Welcome to Paxiom.
It's only entertainment.
Welcome back to The Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your Cannabis Business Podcast. With me is Nick Taraborelli. He is the Vice President of Paxiom. Nick, thanks for being with us at The Talking Hedge.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Paxiom Automation is the leading provider of primary, secondary, and inline packaging machines with more than 30 years industry experience, operating from 8 global facilities with a passionate and focused staff of professionals who also have a strong national service presence, the ability to provide national integrations, and an install base that includes more than 7,000 machines across the world. We're here at the facility in sunny Las Vegas, checking out the Preroll, just one of the many machines that you guys have. So diving right into it, tell me a little bit about Paxiom's product offerings, different types of machines that you have, and some of the systems that you provide.
We are a turnkey manufacturer of all things packaging automation. So from weighing, filling, capping, labeling, putting those containers into cartons, into master cases, and onto a pallet, we handle all of that and everything in between. So we really start with a product from our client and then go all the way to the end to the point where it's ready to ship out of their facility.
And then how do you guys approach innovation in the packaging industry? Cannabis is fairly new, but you guys have been around for 30 years. Maybe some recent advancements you guys have made?
Yeah, so our approach has always been listen to your customers, get feedback from the industry itself, and then take that feedback and adapt and produce your machinery to suit those needs. So far and few between have our customers ever been wrong. They're typically ahead of the curve. Their pain points really help direct our innovation. So it's always started with the foundation of listening, wanting to listen, getting feedback. You have two choices when you get feedback. Ignore it or internalize it and do something with it. So we've always taken the approach, do something with it. They're the experts in their product and their business. So we're there to learn and then to provide them the solution that they're seeking, which is why they come to us.
What are the benefits? Like, why are they coming to seek you guys out? Maybe you could talk about a little bit of the benefits that automation offers your customers. I can think of improved efficiency, cost savings, increased accuracy. Anything else?
Certainly accuracy is critical. Efficiency, reliability, having a piece of equipment that you can count on day in and day out to be able to scale your business and keep up with demand. Consistency is so critical. Producing the same package each and every time so the consumer gets the same experience. All of us as consumers in our everyday lives, we're buying something with the expectation that it's the way we received it the time before. So that is so important. Companies seek us out because I think they see us as a very established business, a pioneer in cannabis automation. We were amongst the first. I still remember my first time going to MJ BizCon at the Rio Hotel and being absolutely blown away when I walked in and what is this industry? I have never experienced something that had so much excitement, so much enthusiasm and an energy that I immediately said, I think this has got to be 8 years ago, that I said, wow, I want to be part of this and we want to innovate for this industry. So all of that encompasses the direction that we take within all our products.
Yeah, the Rio was fun. I still envision, I remember the carpet, it was vivid in my mind. All the different 4 rooms that you had to go into, and that's when it was 10,000 and not the 30,000 extravaganza it is now, but that was fun back in the day. So there's issues that are outside of your control, and I'm wondering how you address some of those challenges, namely like grinding. If you grind too fine, it can burn quickly, result in a harsh smoke, and then on the other side, if it's not ground enough, it can be difficult to roll, may not burn evenly. So what are some of the challenges that you're facing, maybe some that you knew, some that you didn't, that customers are coming back at you, and how are you addressing those?
Yeah, so really important, I think, in any process of working with a customer is to pass on as much experience that we have and then bilaterally receive their experience as well. We want to learn from our customers, but we're also going to educate them based on our experience too. So what we've seen throughout the industry is there are so many makes and models of milling and grinding machines. There are several really high quality brands that we often recommend and find our customers using with our Preroll. And part of that is really having the right SOPs in place to make it as successful as possible. So that is so critical, your milling quality. It's also your environment, the environment in which you mill. It's your screening process, and then leading all the way previously to your grow. I think as equally important is milling is the quality of your cones. That was something that we really did not realize, the variances in cone quality. Everyone says, well, my cones are from the same place. Well, they're not. They're often not. So we have a couple vendors that we suggest often that whose product is very, very consistent and really conducive to automation. Coming back to, it's the same, it's repeatable, and that's what we look for in a cone manufacturer, plus great customer support. So that's very, very important. So in our opinion, cone quality, grinding, standard operating procedures within a business are all critical, and we're here to help you and pass on our knowledge.
Yeah, we were talking about paper quality too and the differences. For me, it's weird because if I see like a brown piece of paper, to me, I think that there's, I don't want to say dirty cannabis, but there's like old or like something you swept off the floor. I didn't even realize it, but when I saw a white one with clean paper, clean white bleached paper that's not really good for you versus a natural paper, I actually thought that the natural brown paper, in my head, meant something that was like not as good. Whatever. So there's all these psychological issues on top of, do I want glue? Do I want it to be natural or open? There's all these issues from the customer's endpoint that you can't really solve. You just kind of have to offer them quite a few different options and see which sticks.
Yeah, I think we as humans all have different tastes in every facet of our personal lives. What might smell good to somebody doesn't to somebody else. What might feel good to somebody may not feel good to somebody else. So for us, what's important is that we can receive these cones and fill, cones that are glued or not, cones that are of any different paper type. For us, what's most important is consistency, repeatability, and then having a consistent round opening to fill. So, we knew in developing our machines that we have to always remain as flexible as possible for all the tastes of all consumers. And ultimately, they'll always choose what they prefer most.
When you are engaging with customers and clients too that have their own customer base, what are you getting as the ideal experience back? Maybe your own personal experience. For me, it is that consistency. It's not having it clog at the base. If it's infused, it means not burning all the way down and catching my beard on fire. It's all these like little expectations I have. What are the expectations, or rather the ideal experience that you have for your customer?
Okay, so I think our customer's expectation of us, one is a minimum, that we're a financially secure business, that we'll be here tomorrow. And I think we certainly provide that comfort because we've been in business for 30 years. We employ almost 300 people. We operate out of 8 facilities and have over 250,000 square feet of manufacturing space. So that's important. And then it's what's your ability to innovate and your ability to adapt. So for us, what was really important when we developed the Preroll was that the machine could be expanded and you could have clip-on features that could be added as we develop them or as you require them. So the Preroll is available with a trimmer as an option available. It's available as well with a crown that you can add in the future or add at the beginning. You can start with 1 channel or you can go all the way to 8 and anything in between. So that was really important, giving our clients flexibility. Now, in terms of producing, the perfect joint. Now, I've never met 2 people that could agree on what the perfect joint is, but that's okay. And that's the beauty of the cannabis space. So we had to develop a machine that could be customizable to the tastes of our customer. So you mentioned compacting. Wow, a compacting rod looks simple, but there is so much engineering of the actual rod itself, how we dispense that rod into the cone and how we control it. So we wanted to always make sure, our biggest focus was the compaction, is that when we drop, the product is falling around the compaction rod and that we're pushing down as we push up. Now the length of that push is adjustable. How often we push is adjustable. How deep we push is adjustable. And that's for you to choose every strain or every product line to do it the way you want it done. And that's what's most important. is provide something that you can customize. So the feedback that we get from a lot of companies that may have tried another pre-roll machine first was that there was no customization. It was just, this is what it does. Or you might have 3 functions, A, B, or C. If you don't like either, well, there's no D. So that we did not want to take that route. Compaction is critical, and then weight accuracy. So critical. Our customers do not want to give away margin for free. They don't want to make a mess. They don't want to bounce the bottom of the cone and have your cannabis just fly out of the cone. I've seen so many competitive videos that I just scratch my head going, oh my God, all this cannabis is coming out of the cone. So that's critical. We only use electromagnetic weight cells. Only. We do not use strain gauge load cells on our wanna roll or any of our pre-roll machines. They're not consistent enough. They're not accurate enough. So we only work with the highest quality weight cell technology, and we're very proud to say we were the first company to have NTEP certification for our pre-roll machines. Our 8-channel all the way to our 101 are NTEP certified, meeting the highest standards in weighing technologies. And we were really excited. Recently, we delivered a line here in Las Vegas, and the only way we were able to deliver it was if the Department of Agriculture here in Nevada saw an NTEP certification document, and that was the only way they would certify this ready to be used. So we're hoping and we expect that states will follow this to ensure that the consumer is getting the highest quality product.
So I went on to ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, for those that don't know, and asked them some questions about the industry for some mottos or some slogans for your company. And they thought Paxiom should maybe come up with or take on this motto that robots are coming and they're bringing pre-rolls.
I like it.
That was one. And then rolling with the times and the technology was another one.
Might take that too.
And so I asked them to do a competitive analysis in the industry, and they said that sustainability and environmental responsibilities with Paxiom committed to minimize the environmental impact through sustainable practices and initiatives like reducing waste and energy consumption and developing eco-friendly packaging materials was your definition or differentiation according to artificial intelligence. How would you differentiate yourself from other packaging companies and system providers in the market? Essentially, what sets you apart?
Okay, I mean, I think what sets us apart is a customer-focused approach. That's within our business and everything that we do. We value our customers, and we're here to work with them, and we're here to grow with them. And that's critically important. From a technology standpoint, we've never been followers. We've always been against the grain, and we've always been innovators. So when we look at pre-rolls, the landscape of pre-rolls, everybody is a copy of somebody. I think one of the first in the industry was a round machine, rotary style. Everyone copied the rotary style. We didn't. We said, why would you want it round? How do you expand this? How do you add modules? What happens if a lane is down? You're done. You can't run production. We said that is the opposite of what we would ever do. We said, no, we're going to design our machine straight line. We're going to make it expandable. We're going to add length to the machine that we could add new features as we develop them. We're going to make everything back compatible. That's how we've worked for the last 30 years in every industry outside of cannabis as well. So when we had saw that approach, we've always looked at what others do and had always tried to put ourselves in the perspective of a customer, saying, if it was me buying this machine, what would I want it to do? Okay, well, I want it to be able to expand as I grow, because I may not need the productivity today, but I might need it in the future. And I don't want to be tied to this asset. I want to be able to grow with it. 2, I want flexibility. If I want to maybe sanitize part of the machine but still run, maybe I'm doing maintenance on a part of the machine but still operate, I can do that. 3, embedded cameras, free online support. We don't charge for online support. Many of our competitors even charge for phone support, which is for us so foreign in our thinking. But online support, our Windows interface on our panel is Wi-Fi ready. We'll service you anytime online. We have full-time staff waiting to serve. That's important. We're here to serve you. And then again, compaction and consistency.
I want to ask a question about non-automation, because we all kind of think about Cuban cigars as having this this pinnacle of cigars. And no one says, oh man, Swisher Sweets, those are the best. Is there space for hand rolls, and will pre-roll automation ever get to that kind of quality?
So we developed our 101 for customers that want to intimately twist and trim their pre-roll themselves. Let us handle the weighing and the compaction. They'll tamp the top, and they're going to twist it, and they'll give it the trim or the fold exactly the way they would like it to be done. So the 101 was very much developed for boutique packaging or companies that may not have the space. It's really convenient. It's only 4 by 4 feet, 110 volt, no air. You can literally plug it in your living room and start packing. The Roll is for high production rates. You need to produce en masse. How do I scale? And we have customers that are producing, over 3,500 pre-rolls an hour, 30,000 a day in a single shift, and some that have multiple models or multiple machines producing. You can't do that by hand. There's just not enough people to be able to scale. So I think there's room for everybody. No different than in the restaurant business, hospitality, airlines. There is something for everybody. But, our customers, we have many that are very, very happy with the high quality end result of the pre-rolls that we produce on the Roll and wouldn't have it any other way. They really appreciate the fact that every pre-roll looks the same, it is the same, and it's produced the same way. So I think that's really important, because when you're hand packing, it's hard to get that consistency if you have multiple people doing it.
So there's a lot of people out there that are doing this by hand. I think I mentioned a gentleman in my hometown spending $100,000 a month with 18 people on a pre-roll line. So having said that, what advice do you have for companies that are looking for an automation for their packaging materials and for their operations? And what should they consider when they're looking at a company like Paxiom?
Okay, so I think it's really important to visit your partners or your suppliers and see the quality of the machinery in person, right? We live in an age where everybody has a nice website. Everybody can crop a photo. Everybody could cut a video. So first, start with Google mapping who that supplier is. You might be shocked. You might be shocked and ask yourself, how can you be producing a machine in a 1,000 square foot facility? Impossible. So do your research. Second, visit us and see our product. 3, speak to our customers. We provide referrals. We've been very fortunate that on our website we have 3 unpaid testimonials from clients that went out of their way to provide 15 or 20-minute testimonials of their experience using our pre-rolls. Unheard of in our industry. Most people do not want to talk about what they own, and they keep that private. We're proud about that because here they are helping us as well, because they did have a really nice experience. What's important is work with a vendor who is transparent. If you ever meet someone who says, oh, this pre-roll machine can do anything, oh, any strain, don't worry about it, run away as quickly as possible. We do not employ staff like that. We never will. There are many vendors that's their selling approach. Run away. It gives a bad name for all of us. And then I think for us in return, we're looking for customers that want to work with us, that want to be collaborative. We're here to make it a success. Most relationships last longer than most marriages. So, we're in it together. We're here to help each other, and we're here to support each other. So we try to choose the right clients as well. And ultimately, let's have fun together. Let's collaborate, let's share ideas, and let's try to produce the best pre-roll we can.
So I wonder if there's any new products or product development coming out. A lot of interest in infused pre-rolls, as you know. What's on the horizon for you that you can tell us about?
Yeah, absolutely. We're doing a lot. We have a facility purely dedicated to new product development. It's about 15,000 square feet. We have almost 15 employees that are purely dedicated to new products. We're now starting to deliver our end-of-line systems, where we're taking pre-rolls right off the Roll or any brand of pre-roll machine and put them into tubes, put them into jars or trays, either with robotics or gravity. So we're doing a lot of that. Secondly, a lot of the feedback we got from our clients that were hand packaging or using other brands of pre-roll machines, or can you inspect these pre-rolls? We don't want to risk delivering a pre-roll that's not to our standard. So we're developing a lot of inspection type machinery because we feel a need in that space. And that's really exciting. We're going to have that at MJ BizCon. And then the other stuff that we're developing are new features on the Preroll, new software features, more features in terms of self-help, do-it-yourself, accessibility. That's where we're spending a lot of time in software. We want the machine to be as intuitive as possible. So there's a lot of energy there. Infusion, we get asked about infusion. The Preroll, we have a lot of clients that run pre-infused product that are very successful doing so. We've been asked about how do you, inject and infuse these products. And we've kind of taken a step back. We had done our own testing. We've seen other machines perform in the field, and we've started to notice a lot of clients returning these models that they bought from other brands that maybe did not live up to, dare I say, the hype. Injecting oil or liquid is very hard. How do you have a verifiable way to know that went into the pre-roll? How do you know if that pre-roll or if that needle was not clogged? How do you know if you had the perfect execution of putting that product into the cone to get the best smoke possible? So we've always tried to take the approach. We want to do it and do it. If we're going to do it, we want to do it really well. And we haven't seen something in the marketplace that's doing it consistently at scale or completely automatic. For now, our product we run pre-infused, and we have new products all the time that are hitting the market. And again, anyone who's watching this, if you have feedback of things that we should be developing or looking at or new opportunities, we relish those opportunities to collaborate.
Yeah, and it's also important because a lot of people will think, oh, this is a cost-saving initiative, but it's compliance. If you are using too much flower, then where did that go? If you use 1.2 grams, it's 20%. And so there's going to be a regulator coming and saying, where is that at? And likewise, if you're injecting a distillate, hopefully not, or full spectrum oil, and it's not injecting, then you have too much left over, then you're, again, out of compliance. So it's more than just money. Your business is on the line. Having said that, there's going to be a lot of failures in the industry. I'm anticipating a lot of consolidation, especially in the Canadian marketplace. There's a lot of distressed assets and businesses that have no business being in business. That's my envision of the future, is more of a consolidation, which is probably a good thing. You don't ever want to wish people to go out of business, and that's not what I'm saying, but there's just way too many people in the industry. You just don't have 400 tomato farmers in every state. Having said that, what is your envision of the cannabis industry, and what role do you see pre-roll specifically playing in that future?
Okay. So, the industry is young, right? Everyone is learning, and boy, is it hard, at a state level with the ever-changing rules and to remain as profitable as possible. So what we're seeing in call it Cannabis 2.0 are really fiscally responsible businesses that are very mindful of the decisions that they make. And we appreciate their due diligence in finding the right solution, whatever that might be for their business, whether from HVAC to automation and everything in between. Pre-rolls are continuously growing. The consumer likes that delivery system. What we've seen is, the adoption of the cigarette style is still nothing close to the cone. Customers appreciate or have chosen the cone style, and that's where we continue to innovate. But we see, just continuous growth. Now, we're hoping, of course, that legislation changes. There's more opportunities for businesses to be able to grow and succeed. Ultimately, their success is our success. Our success is theirs. We want to work with our customers and be supportive of everything that they need.
What is it that you have that they can offer? Because there's a lot of things that people need and they may not know. We're sitting here in front of the Preroll. You talked about the 101, which is a smaller version. Talk to us about what else is out there, because I don't think a lot of people know or understand what their options are.
Yeah, so coming back to turnkey solutions. If we focus on jars, we have many clients where we're automatically filling jars, we're labeling them, capping them, putting them into cartons and into cases. We can do that with both flower and gummies. We're seeing a lot of our production now being delivered in the gummy space. Also filling bags, automatically weighing and dispensing into pouches. A lot of companies are converting from jars to pouches. The unit cost is less, flexible packaging takes up less space in transportation, and it has a resealability function. So we are seeing a lot of customers come into the marketplace looking for bags, or adding bags to their portfolio, or changing altogether. So, packaging in all industries changes, and you try to be as adaptive as possible. I think what we offer our clients is one company, one source that can handle your rigid packaging to flexible to pre-rolls. And we also scale with you. We have entry-level pouching machines that we will buy back against higher speed models. We commonly will help customers transfer from a jar to a bagging machine. We'll buy back those jar filling lines for packaging into pouches. So we're really flexible. We have solutions for mid-production to high speed and across all packaging types.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We covered a lot, from automation to pre-rolls. Anything else you want to touch on?
No, I mean, Josh, I really appreciate the opportunity. The first time I saw one of your podcasts, I was really interested, and I thought, the data was really accurate. Thank you for the opportunity. And again, if anyone visits our website, paxiom.com, or calls us at 1-888-4-PAXIOM, we appreciate any opportunity to serve. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll put Nick's contact information in the description, in the show notes, so check that out. But with that, I think we're gonna have to roll this one up. So I want to thank my guest, Nick Taraborelli. He's the Vice President of Paxiom. Nick, thanks again for being on The Talking Hedge.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm Josh Kincaid. This is The Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.
Thanks for listening to today's show. To check out more great cannabis podcasts, go to podconnects.com. Here's a preview of one of our other shows.
Tune into a Major Journey podcast today, where guests take listeners on journeys and immerse themselves in the roller coaster ride both in and out of the cannabis space that brought them to where they are today. Throughout our conversations, guests share valuable lessons that they've learned along the way that listeners can use to empower growth both in their personal and professional lives. Check out A Major Journey today on all major podcast platforms.